Hello everybody and welcome back to MVP Ball 2005. We are finally back here. This one took me a little bit longer to record than I planned to. I was trying to get this one right if possible. And this is basically going to be the conclusion of the minor league season, since we still do have a team in the organization that is competing, and it's the New Orleans Zephyrs, our AAA affiliate. They have moved past the first round after sweeping, I guess, the wild card round or divisional round for the Pacific Coast League, and they are now in a full 5-game set here with the Las Vegas Aces, and they are up 2-1 against Vegas, so they have a chance to win the title today in this game we are watching. But Vegas, man, the Dodgers have built themselves quite a team here in Vegas. As you saw, that lineup just absolutely high-powered. Ours is not nearly as high-powered. I really don't know how we're even here, to be completely honest. Our roster's not even that dazzling. You won't see that many prospects either that are really budding here in New Orleans. It's just, I don't know, just chance, I guess, maybe. But we're going to get things started here with Jason Lane here for the 51s, for the Las Vegas 51s. I'm confusing Aces with today because now they're the Vegas Aces, but I forgot they're the 51s here back in this time. So they're going to get a base hit here in the second inning. And now Jeff Kent, now correct me if I'm wrong, but Jeff Kent, that's like the Jeff Kent from the Astros, right? Why is he down here playing in AAA? But Kent's going to laser one out into center field, and that's going to load 2 aboard for the 51s. Things already getting kind of tough here, but now with Eli Marrero, the right fielder for the 51s, up to bat here in a 2-1 count. And Marrero's going to grab this one and send it to the third base side. And now bases are going to be loaded for the 51s. But no, they're going to send the lead runner home. The throw is in time, but the tag cannot be bladed down. I mean, I don't know. You could look at this one. The slide animation just isn't, you know what I mean? Like they send the wrong arm down. It's all weird. But they're going to say that he's safe. I don't know if he is, but Mike Ranches, a prospect for the Dodgers here. I keep wanting to say strong safety. I record so much football, but the shortstop is going to bloop this one all the way down the right field line up against the wall, and that's going to score at least one more run for Vegas. And the throw gets down to Kazuyoshida, the catcher, and it goes all the way past him. He wasn't ready for it, I guess. I don't know. He wasn't looking for it, but only the runner at first here is going to advance to second. So now the catcher here for the 51s has a chance to extend this lead, and he's going to bloop this one all the way out to right field. And for some reason, our fielder wasn't going to make a play on the ball. We just let that one drop on the warning track, and that's going to clear the bases for the 51s as this blooper here, well hit ball here, sent all the way out to right field. I think there was a chance to maybe make a play on it, but regardless, that's going to score a couple more runs for the 51s, and they're going to completely bust this thing wide open here in the second inning of play. So Eli Marrero up to bat once again, this time in the top of the third. He's got 2 men aboard here with 1 away, and this ball is going to miss inside. This curveball is going to miss inside. And then on the very next pitch here in a 1-0 count, curveball again misses wide. So just sit and wait on these curveballs to hit the zone, if at all they will. And that time the curveball does hit the zone and gets called for a strike. Now a 2-1 count to Marrero, who already had a hit earlier in this game to provide some offense for the 51s. Now in a 3-1 count, has to avoid the walk, and he chases that pitch and fouls it off. So he will extend this at-bat here. Going to have to battle now in a full count. The pitch is up, and the four-seam fastball misses outside. And now that'll be a walk. So the 51s are going to enter this. Mike Ranches is going to rather step into the box here with bases loaded, and Ranches with a good piece of hitting before he had lined that ball down the right field line, and it bounced all the way into the wall. And now he is attacking these pitches all over. Swings at that four-seamer into the dirt. And now that curveball misses again, really struggling to hit that curveball in the zone. So now in a 1-2 count, an opportunity here to get maybe a strikeout here. And he's going to ground it now down to the third base side. And it's going to score at least 1 run. Now the second run is going to come home. The relay's over to third. They're not even going to try it at home plate because I guess the throws to Kazuyoshida have been a little bit scary. They've been a little concerning before. So they're just going to safely relay this one to third, and they're going to give up the run here that they gave up to the 51. So the lead is going to continue to grow here for Vegas. And now that's going to probably do it for our starter, as the Zephyrs are going to go to the bullpen, and they're going to call on Josh Everett, who is one of our better prospects in the system. So he will get some bullpen innings. And now Jose Valentin in the top of the fourth in a 6-0 ball game. He's going to get a hold of this one. That one's going to fly all the way out to the scoreboard, and that one is gone. It's over the scoreboard, probably out to the parking lot, as that ball is absolutely hammered. And I mean, the 51s have like actual like major league guys down here just wasting their time, I guess. Yeah, that's where you're going to see all that power coming from. Just absolutely mashed over the wall. So Kaz Yoshida, the catcher now for the Zephyrs, are up to bat here in the bottom of the fifth. Got to get something going. If anything, Yoshida's going to ground this one up the middle. No gloves in that batting stance. Absolutely zero gloves. So we're going to start with a leadoff single here in the fifth. And so now Matt Benoit, I keep wanting to say it like Benoit, but with one away here. So that knuckleball is going to miss inside. It's going to be a 1-0 count on the next pitch. Benoit's going to bloop this one over to right field, and the right fielder cannot get to it. So, Kaz Yoshida is able to turn on the jets and get to second base. I was waiting to see where that ball landed. I thought it might be an out here. I thought it might be a foul, but that one does drop, and Yoshida's able to get to second here, waiting for that one to drop. So now we have two aboard here off of some really weird hitting. And now Matt Drumright, the first baseman here, with two aboard and a full count, one away, and that cutter's going to miss low. And so Drumright's going to take his base, and now we've got bases loaded, and now bring up Mike Larmore. Geez, Mike Larmore, it's a mouthful. Our shortstop, and Larmore gets a hold of this one, and that one's flying over all the way to the scoreboard, and it's going to hit off the scoreboard and over the wall, and it's going to be a grand slam for the Zephyrs. So if you thought a 7-0 game was pretty much done, this is AAA baseball, man. Anything can happen, including a grand slam to kind of power us back into this ball game, as Larmore absolutely pumps that one all the way out. Not as nearly as impressive as a home run as the 51s hit earlier in the game, but still, it's good for 4 runs, so that's what we will take. So Bruce De La Rosa now up to bat here for the Zephyrs in the bottom of the fifth. We're still working here. We have one more out away, and La Rosa's going to line this one, laser this one up the middle here to center field, and he's going to be safe at first base. And so that'll bring up Jason Scott, now the right fielder. We have a lot of outfielding prospects, remember that. So with a man on first here, and Scott's going to absolutely tattoo this baseball all the way out to right field. It's going to bounce off of the wall. It's going to be extra bases for Scott here. And now the lead runner almost threatened to round third, but he decides to hold up here at third. So we're going to have runners in scoring position now here in the bottom of the fifth. A potential to tie this ball game with a nice placed hit somewhere in the ballpark. So amazing to be down 7-0 and still have an opportunity to claw your way back into this ball game after all seemed lost here, after your starter really kind of didn't help you out here. But now it's going to be Henry Mateo, a very familiar face in the Nationals franchise so far to this point here. He's down here in AAA making things good for us as he lines this one up the middle. And now the Zephyrs going to get aggressive, trying to get an extra run home, and they do, as the 51s are unable to lay the tag down at home base on Scott, and that's going to be 2 extra runs for the Zephyrs. And now we have climbed within just 1 run of the 51s after being down 7-0 entering the 5th inning. It is now a 6-7 ball game. So fast forward later on in the game here, Henry Mateo up to bat in the bottom of the 8th. No one out. He's going to line this one up the middle here, and it's going to be a leadoff hit for Mateo here in the 8th. So another late game rally might be set up here. And now we have Ricky Matthews, the center fielder, who is one of our top prospects. He has struggled in this game here, but with a stance like that, you know this ball's got to be going a long way. And it's a towering fly ball. It's got the carry, and it's out of here. And that is going to be the go-ahead home run that we've been looking for. We get a much-needed clutch hit from our prospect here, who's really, again, struggled here in game number 3 in this series. But he gets the hit when it absolutely matters. I'd rather you go 1 for 3 with that one hit being the go-ahead hit, than it being just a simple hit in the beginning of the game. But it's all the same, right? It's all runs the same, right? And so now we take an 8-7 lead over the 51s, but they still have the 9th inning here to get something going here, if at all possible. They do have a runner at second, so they can get the game-tying run here with a nice placed hit. 2 outs, 1-1 count, and this ball is lined out to left field, and it is a routine fly ball for the Zephyrs, and that is going to end it. And the New Orleans Zephyrs are going to be your Pacific Coast League champions. and that is T.J. Tucker, who was our closing pitcher. Again, another familiar face in the Nationals franchise. So I guess we're not as good as the Dodgers either. We got a lot of Major League guys down there, and maybe that's how we were able to get here. But we do manage to win the championship here in AAA, at least in the Pacific Coast League. Yes, New Orleans. The team of New Orleans wins the Pacific Coast League championship. So big shout out to the guys. I like the celebration. We get a celebration at AAA. That's pretty cool. It's neat. This game really thought of it all. So we do win the series 3-1. Yeah, we are your Pacific Coast League champions. And so the Zephyrs have been here before, and we lost in year number 1. We lost to Tacoma, but now we have finally mounted that beast and have won it. So, and then the Cardinals are going to win the World Series for the second straight season. So we got the Tigers in year 1, and the Cardinals have won back-to-back seasons ever since. So that's going to essentially end this video. Yeah, going to end this video, and then the next one, well, there's Albert Pujols, your World Series MVP, obviously. But, yeah, in the next video, we're going to cover all off-season festivities. Yeah, just cover stats and everything like that. So that will be probably next week sometime. So thank you all for watching, and here's to year 4. A better year 4, hopefully.